Recording.
All right, I'm out for a Sunday ride. It's a bit cold. As you can see, there's some remaining snow in some of these areas, especially where it's drifted up. But it's, what is this? Yeah, this is towards the end of February. And hopefully, spring is somewhat in sight. I'm out obviously on the E model. It's been a while since I got to ride it because we had 2 snowstorms. We got some pretty impressive south wind. So it might be kind of tough to do some balancing, but I want to get out and try some. I think I'm going to stay out of the farm field this time. I don't want to leave any ruts out there. But when I can sneak out there, I like to. And some well-needed moisture got absorbed. This last storm we had a layer of, it was rain, then it froze, then we had sleet on top of that, and then we had snow. But the previous time we had some ice, and then it got really cold. It got really cold, and the snow really moved a lot. Oh, look at there, red-tailed hawk. Always got to wave at the neighbors. Update on some things. Obviously, I've got this set up to be street legal with I've got turn signals and a horn and all of that on this bike, and I've got a supermoto set. I'm looking forward to putting that set on and taking it for a ride on the street and see what a possible top speed would be on that with, I'm not going to just wring its neck out, but when this stock supermoto gearing. I've rebuilt the master cylinder and caliper on this, and part of that job included I didn't replace the rear caliper piston, but I did recondition it, and it was kind of hanging up a little bit, so I was really happy to have that. I've got a better pedal on it. It's still, and I put a Galfer braided brake line on it, so that's a pretty big improvement. Got it bled. Feeling pretty happy, pretty confident in my rear brake. Yeah, it'll lock it up without too much trouble. You still have to be pretty deliberate about it. So I don't know if it's just an E model thing or what. But it's strong. It's got a strong pedal. It's just you have to be deliberate with your pedal. So it's not a hair lever, but once it comes on, it comes on. So I'm gonna go ride at my mom's, and again, I'm not gonna tear up the yard or anything. You gotta go through some snow. Like I said, I wanted to be respectful of the crop of the farmer out here. Yeah, I don't want to make some tracks or anything. So something I wanted to do though was I wanted to try some static balance. Ooh, it is kind of soupy. Okay, so I got my suspension warmed up. Let's see if I can pull it off. It's been a while since I've been able to practice. Let's see. All right, I'm up on balance here, and I'm doing pretty good. I'm protected from the wind, which kind of helps. So I'm a little wobbly, and some of it's my input, but I'm just pretty still, fairly stabilized. You know, some wind might hit me, but you can see my shadow. I'm up here. You can't see my left foot or my right foot. Well, you can see my leg. So let's see. Take this hand off. You see? Look at there. Whoa, that threw me off. Oh, there we go. So I got my hand up, waving at you this way, and I'm feeling pretty good. And before I really started practicing this really kicked my butt. You can see we got wheat that was planted in, well, I guess you would say early fall or pre-fall out here, and it's really been hurting for moisture. So the snow, the previous rain and then the snow have really caused it to get a little drink. It could still stand a lot more because it looks pretty dilapidated, but don't let that fool you. We get some spring rains and we'll end up with some snow or some spring crop that'll end up being nice. But it'll drink all this up. You see, it comes up in the fall, and it just kind of gets to about where it is right now and sits semi-dormant, and then picks up in the spring. And it works really well. In some places they even plant it a little earlier and graze their cattle on it. And they graze the cattle on it, and usually they don't end up cropping it. They end up putting in a spring planted crop, but sometimes they get away with it depending on the health of it. But yeah, here I am balancing, no problems. Let's see if I can get crazy. So I got to put I'm taking my right leg off. Oh, I took my right leg off. I compensated that pressure with that on my handlebars. See if I can do it again. There's my leg off. Whoop, and it took me out that way. Let's see if the camera picks it up. Whoop. See if I can get away with it. Oh, it really wants to dip me. See if I can get away with it. Put it on the left side. Whoop, there it is. Whoop. I can get away with setting down. Oop, and then stand back up. There we are. learning that balance. Feeling pretty good about it. So hopefully, well, we're going to have one more cool down. I'm going to have one more cool down out here next week, or later this week. This is Sunday, so the first day of the week. And this is work. So we'll have a cool down, and then we'll be back to hopefully a fairly quick recovery. But tomorrow's supposed to be fairly nice, and then there we go. Then we'll have a fairly decent time after that. But hopefully it's not much more of a storm or anything following that. However, I will go to, I think it was 5, maybe 6 years ago. On this day, or sometime thereabouts, it was 80 degrees down at Hallett, and we had a track day, a one-day track day, and it was awesome. It was such a beautiful day out, so I want to talk about that. So let me see here. All right, now this will probably end in failure, but I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to try to turn the bars on this. I've not done this or been successful in it. Whoa, that really threw things off. Whoa. Oh, yep, I lost it. But hey, that's probably been the longest static balance that I've had. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end this here. I'm going to turn the bike around because I don't want to go out here and leave a bunch of tracks in the field. And I'm not trying to show it to, well, I'm going to show it to be transparent here. I ended up with, after I tried to turn it, I ended up with some pretty good ruts in the front, but it really wasn't that bad. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully we'll have some videos of this coming up on the street soon, because again, like I said, I got my South Dakota paperwork all done and paid for. It cost me just under $70 to register this and get a title for it. Again, all I had was a MSO for this bike. And they gave me a little bit of grief about that, but it was signed over to me, so it was no problem. So I'm looking forward to getting it out on the street and give a review of that. So look for more content, and we'll see you next time.